The stock market, meaning companies' new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving.
The show goes on.
They're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania, the no bullshit approach to all financial markets, from Bitcoin and darknet markets to political betting, and of course, right here, the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. I'm your host, Brian Micon, a financial genius, Bitcoin class of 2011, and I played poker. Joining me are my fellow degens, Matt Glantz and Brett Ritchie. Glantz, former options trader. Ritchie, head of Blitzpick, coming to a blockchain near you this fall. All of this is put together by Tony the producer, and this is Market Mania! Tony, let's get right to it.
You got it,
Another
guys.
crazy day in the markets.
It is crazy. I'm sitting in geosynchronous orbit right now, right above Wall Street, and from here it looks pretty crazy. Last couple weeks, seems like all the assets have been completely correlated, whether it's gold, Bitcoin, stonks. They're all supposed to decorrelate, but in the last few weeks that hasn't happened. I think what you're seeing is people fleeing either between assets and cash, and pretty much nothing else. I mean, these markets have just gone so crazy. That's all people think about, assets or cash. So that's what it looks like from a macro setting. You guys have a good show, all right?
Thank you very much, Tony.
Thanks,
Matt Glantz. I'm going to enjoy a little sparkling water while you tell us about your options fund. How's that doing today?
We're about even, maybe down like 1%. We're coming in short Tesla, which sucks, but we're long a bunch of the SPACs and some other random stocks, so it evens out pretty much. Market's up pretty good. Looks like people are expecting some good vaccine news or something this weekend because the cruise lines are up again, up over 5%. So we'll see what happens. What's going on in the Robinhood world over there, Brett?
You just touched on it. Tesla's up, cruise lines are up, Robinhood traders are happy at Matt's fund's expense.
Figure that. Yep.
Well, that leads us into our first story of the day. LMAO Wall Street bets. They're probably going bananas today with what Brett just told you about. And so we have the gain porn and the loss porn. First, the gain porn, where you can see one Wall Street Bets user flipped his $500 or so into $40,000 in a week. Now, kids, these are always fun to see, but it's not in disguise in some random all-in position on option out of the money options on some stock. And this is how it works. And then, but it doesn't usually work like that. The more common result here is what Tony will put up on the screen in a moment. This is what usually happens. Some donk you know loses $2 to $3 grand, and it's just like you should have been S&P and forget about it, but instead it's out of the money options. Glantz, tell these kids, one, don't rope no matter how big the loss is, and two, how are you supposed to invest if you got $2 grand in a Robinhood account?
Yeah, most of these guys are just buying lottery tickets and different tech stocks and hype stocks, and hopefully get lucky. Sometimes you do, but you're paying the vig, you're playing against the casino, so it's not advisable. And if you have like 2,000-3,000, maybe just buy stocks that buy like a Microsoft or a Tesla or an Apple, but just buy stock. Don't buy options. You're not going to do well.
Brett, is there any saving these kids?
I mean, I can relate to when you're just like, I can't afford to just trade, Microsoft. A 5% gain is who cares, right? Like, I just want to either hit it big or go home. So I get the mentality. I don't know. I mean, they're going to do it anyway. I come from the sports betting world. People bet parlays even when they shouldn't. You should just bet each bet individually. People still want those big returns. They're going to chase them. That's how funds like Matt's can survive. You selling the lottery tickets. That's where to be. That's the side to be on. But
I am the one selling to these guys, so I advise you guys not to be buying. But as long as you're buying, someone's got to sell them. So I'll be there.
Always dumping on these noobs. Glantz. Anyway, moving along, Uniswap, if anybody has been following this whole DeFi craze, this is the big 2,000-pound elephant in the room now. Take a look at this. This is a live look at Uniswap liquidity and volume for the last 24-hour period. 2.1 billion worth of ETH and ERC20 tokens jammed into the smart contract called Uniswap. And then the last 24 hours, you got $250 million traded on this thing, with the liquidity providers getting the 0.3% fee. I mean, Brett Ritchie, holy shit. I mean, this is close to Coinbase, isn't it?
Yeah, this is actually a really interesting. It's a great fulfillment of sort of one of the original promises of Ethereum, which was these trustless trades, right? If you're using Uniswap, you're not worried about the guy on the other side of the trade screwing you. It's all through this contract. And so it's really interesting, and it's deserved the success that it's had. It's really phenomenally executed.
What's the price of Uniswap these days, guys?
So before we get to the
itself?
Uni token,
Yeah.
you see the volume though, right? 441 million on Coinbase for a 24-hour period, about 250 on Uniswap. This is almost a Coinbase.
Yeah, it's getting there, and it's not showing any signs of stopping. You had the Sushi Swap that forked it, and then Uniswap put out their own token. People still want some level of curation and a trusted team behind it, which Uniswap has. It's not just anonymous people.
Tony, hit us with the uni price right here. Now remember, Glance, this is a governance token. Now, I guess they can also decide what to do with the treasury funds. So you kind of own a piece of it, but kind of not really. So
you're putting trust in the team to some
shit
extent.
on them. I mean, I don't know.
So you basically have stock, non-voting stock. Is that what it is, basically?
It could be a lot of different things. It's hard to say what particularly it is, but you're trusting that the team is going to do the right thing.
I understand it's a coin, but in relation to the stock market, it's like a non-voting share.
Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it.
But the only thing you could do with it is vote. It's a governance token. You get votes on things. I don't even understand it, honestly. Anyway, moving along to things that are definitely going to take the rake. William Hill Takeover. I mean, this is crazy. This is going to be, what is it up? 30%? Is that real?
Yeah, 30% in the London stock market where it's traded. London stocks have not been doing well overall. And anytime you have bidding interest between $2 billion companies, it's probably going to drive your shares up. And that's what's happening here.
And Glance, do you remember Apollo? Is that the private equity firm that bought?
No, this
Caesars
is some
back
European sport. It's some betting conglomerate out of London also.
All right. Yeah,
but the whole gaming sector is up on this today. So I think the BETZ I think it's BTZ is the index.
Oh no, I'm wrong. It is the New York firm.
Yeah, they bought Caesars back in the day, right? And they lost their ass on it, if I recall. They took them when Caesars used to be public. Then Apollo takes them private, and then now it's worth like 20% of what it used to be, or something.
That's surprising. They lost money buying Caesars. What a great company.
You could have asked any one of us poker players, and we would have told you private equity guys years ago. All right. Trump. He has a Florida. Oh, he opens a Florida lead. Oh, this is news. What, did Biden give a speech or something? Did he open his mouth? Did he start talking? Brett, what is going on in the predicted market today?
Well, the Hispanic vote is essentially split in Florida between Trump and Biden, which is obviously a huge win for Trump. The seniors are actually shifting way more toward Biden, which is why Trump isn't just blowing him out in the state. But there's trouble for Biden, I think, in Florida, which is such a key state. I think if you don't win Florida, the odds are really stacked against you, whichever candidate you are. Biden probably has a slightly easier path with losing Florida. But this is promising news for Trump. I think that I'm surprised it's this short of a lead at this point, to be honest.
Matt Glantz, I know you got a lot of action on this. I think I'm betting Biden. I already have some action. I hope the whole thing burns to the ground. But I mean, I think if you, from a betting standpoint, I like Biden here. Where's your money on? Where's the sharp
Biden's
action?
like $1.20 favorite now. It's not that big of a favorite. I think that he's winning in most of the battleground states. You know, people don't believe the polls. but you just see one poll after another. And even if you give Trump an extra few points leeway, Biden's winning in Pennsylvania, and he's winning some poll. It's pretty even in Florida, as you see on that market. If Biden wins Pennsylvania and Florida, it's over. Also, if Trump wins Florida and Pennsylvania, it's over. But I think that Trump's going to have a real tough time winning Pennsylvania.
Holy crap. We are going to be in for a barn burner in November. Sure. They might actually burn down all the barns. It's crazy. So we have Penn doing a secondary offering. This is your man Portnoy's company. And then the Barstool app. And then, oh, look at that. Look at that pump right there. Why would it pump? Did it already happen? Did the secondary happen?
So the secondary got priced 14 million shares this morning at $61 a share, closed yesterday at like 64. So it was $3 below the market. It opened down a little bit, right to unchanged, and it's been flying since up to 70 now. That is a good sign when a company can just raise money, sell more shares, put liquidity in the market, and the stock just flies up 15%. It's ridiculous. You don't see this every day. So that's a really good sign for Penn going forward.
For all you Robinhood kids out there, the secondary offering is when they just grab some more shares to say, okay, we're going to get some more shares, and then we're going to sell them to the public market, and we're going to raise some liquid, cold, hard cash. And it's, rich companies don't do. Apple doesn't do that.
Right. And a little tidbit for this one is, since it went so well, I would expect DraftKings to also issue a secondary very quickly, seeing how well it went for Penn. You got to get the money while the going's good.
Guys, how quickly are the Robinhood guys going to eat this up, not even understanding what happened?
Robinhood loves Penn. They love Portnoy, deservedly so. Portnoy's been great. Yeah. The Davey Day Trader stuff, he's been phenomenal. So they're going to keep buying Penn as long as it's on the exchange.
Fair enough. They're just clicking buttons over there. Vaccine news. Now, this is going to rock the market if it ever happens, but this is just a head fake. This is like a little notion. Or what is this, Glance? This vaccine stuff that's pumping the cruise ships today.
So the cruise ships are up over 5%, some up as much as 10%, like Norwegian Cruise Line's up a lot. It looks like people are just buying the market, thinking there's going to be there's a rumor going around, there's going to be some kind of good vaccine news this weekend. And you would expect the cruise lines to be leading the charge if that's the case. So the market's up a little bit, but cruise lines up a lot really means vaccine. Stimulus is not as important for cruises as a vaccine. That's what they really need. So
Brett, cruise people that go on cruises are idiots. They like to be packed into these like tin can sardines, and then they all eat they got pizza, and you can get it anytime you want. Anytime you just go and get it. And I mean, that the demand is there. So, and the Robinhood kiddies want that 2x, 3x, 5x pump. Are cruise ships in play right now?
The thing is, I'm just not a big cruise fan personally, so it's hard for me to relate to these stocks because it's not the type of activity I do. Like, if I'm taking a vacation, it's not going to be on a cruise. But people love them. To me, is it an older crew that maybe the younger generation doesn't like cruises as much? I don't know. We'll see. I think there's going to be a lot of deals given to get people on these ships once things are more back to normal. It's just a stay away to me, but I'm cheering for them because it's always kind of like the donks are going to get rewarded, which I always cheer for.
They're hella wrecked since the pandemic, of course. They had to shut down, but I guess we shall see. All right. It's time for the Market Mania picks of the day, everybody. Safety glasses on. This is not investment advice. Smash the like and subscribe buttons. Pick of the day, Matt Glantz. Go ahead and start us off.
All right. I think we should be shorting DraftKings here. It's 52.5 right now, only because what I spoke about before. I think that they're going to issue some stock, another secondary, because of how well Penn did, and the stock should go down on that secondary offer.
Brett Ritchie, pick of the day.
I'm buying Trump in Florida. I don't think he's gone up enough. He's splitting the Hispanic vote. To me, that is a big story, and he should be at least 60 cents. He's 54 cents right now. I'm buying that.
He might be a dictator before too long, but at least get in the Florida market while it's hot. So I'm going to have to go Nicholas Short once again. Every show of Market Mania to start. I've been going Nicholas Short. I think there's still meat on the bone. Not as much as yesterday or the day before, but 1922 up there. I'm still riding it. I'm riding it. Maybe I'll quit at 15 or 10-ish, but I got to ride. I got to go with the girl that brought me here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This has been a great show of Market Mania. Again, we're new at this. We'd like you to hit the like button and hit the subscribe, and we'll keep shooting out content for you left and right. And I'd like to end with a little ditty about from a famous rap song, because, you know, the world is pretty fucked up right now. I think we all see it. But I take solace in the words of the ODB, who once said, "If you want to look good and not be bummy, girl, you better give me that money." We'll see you tomorrow, if there is a tomorrow. But for now, until Monday, it's lights out.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine.
Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold, never domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard at the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury. However turning, wow, we're turning. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine to look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind. Was afraid of the time. Strobe lights like in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now. How about tonight?